Chapter 3. Revision, Revision, Revision. I'm going to begin by revising this sentence from a personal statement by getting rid of some of the extra words and making one of our strong words the main word in the sentence. First, I'm going to highlight the forms of to be in this sentence. These are the words we're going to try to get rid of. Here's our first to be. Here's one more. And here's another one. I think 3 forms of the verb to be in one sentence is far too many. Especially when we have a great word right here. I'm going to take this word motivation and build the sentence around that. In order to preserve the sense of the sentence, I'm going to have to make a few changes. I'll have to start with what in the original version comes at the end of the sentence, a lack of material things. I can then take this word motivation, move it right into the center of the sentence, change the form to a verb. Now I have an interesting sentence that's strong, descriptive, and clear. Our new sentence does still have 2 forms of the verb to be, the word be in this case. Let's see if we can't do something to get rid of those as well. The best way to do this is to be more specific. Have the student articulate what he or she means by be the best person I can be. In this case, I think it's giving generously of time and energy as opposed to material goods. The goal here is to use strong words to impress and persuade the reader. We're going to focus on one revision technique that emphasizes verbs, transforming verbs that can be boring into words that are more interesting. This technique helps solve 3 potential problems. Revising to eliminate forms of to be helps us correct errors in grammar, as well as vague or unclear language, and also wordy or boring sentences. Is, was, and am are the most common forms of the verb to be. Our goal will be to transform these words into more interesting ones, as we did with the word motivate. Let's look at an essay so I can show you what I mean. As I did in the previous example, I'm going to look for a word that has a sense of action. Here, I'm going to use refer, and I'll make that the focus of the sentence. As I did before, I can make just a few small changes here. There we go. And I have a much stronger, clearer, and more forceful sentence. But I do still think I have too many forms of to be. Here's 1, 2, were is a form of to be, so 3, 4, too many. Let's see if we can get rid of a few more of these. First, I'm just going to make myself some room. I'm going to look for words already in this essay that have a nice sense of action, as I did before. Gossip is one. See could also be a good one. Then, I'm going to try to rebuild this sentence around these stronger words. Then I can grab these sentences that already have some nice action in them. Now my statement kicks off with a really interesting opening. Before we finish, I want to take you to the end of this essay, where the writer has made some very interesting revisions. I want to show you the strong words that this writer has built sentences around. I'm going to highlight the strong words this writer has chosen: formed, met, tackled, form, share, and form. These words give the reader a very clear picture of the writer's experiences and goals. Revision can be a hugely daunting project, especially when you don't know where to start. Don't get overwhelmed by feeling like a student's essay has to be perfect. Remember that the essay should be an honest representation of the student. Use these 5 revision priorities in order so you can maximize your time and effort with your students. First, the statement should be honest and authentic. Second, concrete, focusing on the student's real experiences, goals, and skills. It should be written in an interesting and straightforward way, clear as possible, and finally, last, grammatical. Finally, remember that the essay represents the student, so don't let pressure to make the writing perfect overwhelm the process. Interesting and honest content that emphasizes concrete experience and goals is more important than perfection. The essay should indicate the best example of the student's own work. Thank you for watching. I wish you and your students success in college and beyond.
Hey Brandon.
Hey, what's up, man?
What you doing?
Nothing much. Just filling out applications for college.
What college are you thinking about going to?
Okay, I guess.
Hey Brandon. What are you doing?
Just filling out applications for college.
What college are you thinking about going to? What?